On Za'Darius Smith, he said, we haven't had any discussion since I spoke. I spoke about him last month, and I think we kind of left it as it is, that his agent would let us know if something was going on or anything had changed or if we had any updates, Holmes said. But no, we haven't had any discussion since. So my line of reading into this, and you could read what you want into it, but what I think is happening is if the Detroit Lions get to draft a player that they like at the edge position, if there's an edge that they value, which we'll get to in a minute, but if there's an edge that they value in the draft, they're going to draft that player, and they're not going to worry about Za'Darius Smith. Now, if they don't get to draft the edge player that they want, they're not going to draft him. And if just drafting an edge player because you want an edge player doesn't equate to results, it just doesn't. I wish it did, but it doesn't. That's the way this NFL draft works and all that jazz. Sometimes the players that you like the most aren't, if they're a position of need, you're like, all right, let's go for it. If they're not a position of need, you're like, we got enough guys in that area. But as I always say, when you're drafting, it's for the future and now, and you kind of have to middle ground it, because last year, I looked it up. There was 42 players that started on opening day from that draft. That was a high number. If you go back 3 or 4 years, I think it was 30, and then it was 25, and then it was 23. So very rarely do you see. It depends on the draft, and from all the experts' opinions, you're probably going to see 25 to 30 start in this draft, including the quarterbacks. So that's a very interesting number. But what is happening with the Za'Darius Smith is they're going to allow it to play out. And Za'Darius Smith isn't going to sign somewhere where, let's put it this way, there might be someone trying to take his job, because he's a veteran. He's got some stuff to give, and he's going to wait it out. And obviously with the draft, let's say you have a decision between the Patriots and the Lions, and the Lions come to you and they say, we didn't draft an edge player, we drafted him in the 3rd round, he won't compete to start this year. Za'Darius Smith is probably going to go with you over the Patriots, or vice versa. That's how it works. And especially with all the free agents that are available right now, like you hear with Aaron Rodgers, like he's open to playing, but he's going to wait it out too. He's going to wait it out. Who doesn't get a quarterback, and where do I go from here? Because obviously, if you're a team and you're drafting a quarterback and Aaron Rodgers is there's a chance that he can get a little bit upset, just like Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix last year. So those are some of the things that can happen. So with Za'Darius Smith, that's a guy who they're going to circle back on that, and they're going to go, okay, we're going to do this the right way, and we're not going to, if we get an edge player we like, we're going to draft him. If we don't get the edge player we like, we can always circle back to Za'Darius and say, come on home. I know your girlfriend lives here. It's going to be good. So that's what he said about Za'Darius Smith. Now,